You went to Chicago, right?
Yeah, back in the day. I covered a music festival called Lyrical Lemonade or Summer Smash. And I went to Oblak the next day. And somehow that became my like most watched video of all
13
time.
million views. Yeah, that was sick. I love it. It's sick.
Yeah.
Why do you think it was so special? Why do you think it did so well?
Well, Oblak is like the genesis of drill music.
You mind if we played?
Yeah, sure.
Rob, go ahead and play it. Go ahead. You're saying Oblak is the genesis?
Oblak is the genesis of drill music, which is a subgenre like of rap, which is hyper violent and focuses on like real life violence. It's actually been a pretty destructive cultural force, to be honest with you. But you know, Oblak is where it started. So it's kind of like, you know how people would go to Mississippi to document the origin story of blues, or they go to New Orleans for jazz, or they go to Nashville for country? Chicago and South Chicago is like that for drill music. And I think that in 100 years, there's going to be like drill tours in the same way that there's like a Kentucky bourbon trail where people will like drink the whole way and go say, this is where Pappy Van Winkle put his 15-year barrel up for sale in 1798. They're going to do this in Oblak and be like, this is where Chief Keef was born in the year 1995. Wow. And there's going to be people in 2150 like, oh my God, that's so crazy.
What is that peak? Rob, go back on the video. At the beginning, there was a peak. Go all the way to the about first part, first 2 minutes.
Oh, sorry.
What is that? What is that peak? What happens here? Press play.
GDK. Come on. GDK. Folks came out there. Folks the youngest GDK member. He invented that shit.
To you, like, what is drill music?
We started the word drill with our music. Like, let's do a drill. We started that shit.
Like, how would you explain drill music to someone who doesn't know?
Music that make you want to kind of get outside and go just be outside, you know what I'm saying? Make sense?
Pause. So means what? Meaning you can go outside and cause mayhem? Kill somebody. Yeah. That's literally what he's saying.
Yeah. It's pretty dark, but I mean, drill has now become like one of rap's mainstream sounds.
How safe did you feel?
Pretty safe, honestly, only because, like, you know, people don't understand this now. Like, all hoods in America, all, like, you know, poor neighborhoods that have music in them and have, like, micro-influencers, they recognize content as a viable avenue for income. You know, back in the day, if this was 2005, pre-YouTube, you could never go to somebody's hood just as a voyeur and film with them. But now there's kind of an informal agreement that's why there's so many hood vlogs now, is they recognize that being featured on a like a major YouTube channel could be their ticket out. People are going to see them. It could be their, it could be their moment for more exposure and attention. And especially Oblak is probably the most famous housing project in the U.S. And I had a big YouTube channel, so it just happened really fast.
One of the craziest things you did is when you went to who's the Keys? What was it? Kias?
I'll break it down. So the Kia boys are a car
we
theft
talked about on the podcast. Go for it.
In the beautiful coastal town of Bridgeport, Connecticut.
That's
and
right.
They're in high school. For an update, I heard the Kia boys aren't stealing cars anymore. Part of that has to do with the security update that was installed in the push-to-start system.
They can't do it anymore?
Yeah, you can't do it anymore. Unless somebody hasn't gotten the software update. But one of them's in jail, one of them just disappeared, and the third guy is working at a factory, and he bought his own car, and it's not a Kia. He bought an American-made car.
Seriously?
That's the real message of this documentary.
Can you put the video of him being in the car, Rob? When you're in the car, where is it where you're in the car?
Well, I should have put two and two together, but yeah, they picked me up in a car, and they're like, yo, let's hang out. And I got in the car, and I'm sitting in the back seat, and I thought about it, and I'm like, wait a second, this is a Kia. Holy shit, I'm in the back of a stolen car with 3 juveniles.
Window with a special tool and clears the broken glass
a little bit
with
before.
his bare
Back
hands.
up a little bit. So this is a crazy scene. So back up like maybe, yeah.
This
further.
shows what they were doing.
So they picked me up at the McDonald's
the
in
car.
Bridgeport. I'm riding with them in the back of this car. Sometimes I don't realize what's happening until it's too late, for example, and I don't want to jump ahead too much, but when I hopped the border, I didn't realize that I had to hop it with the Coyotes until I was at the Rio Grande. I'm sitting in the back of this stolen, I think it was a Mazda actually, not a Kia, and I'm thinking, holy shit, they stole this car. And then I look around, I look in the rearview mirror, and there's a cop trailing us. And so I say to these Kia boys, I say, hey guys, pull over, I got to hop out. Because I'm thinking, like, I'm 25, these kids are 16, I don't know what they're going to charge me with. And so,
keep playing it, Rob.
And the kid sitting in shotgun named Swervo, he looks at me and he goes, homie, you shouldn't have hopped in the car if you weren't ready to do the dash, meaning, you know, go on a high-speed chase. And so they turn the lights off and they just go 105 miles an hour, and the cop stops following them. So
I want to see this, Rob. I'm going to go back 30 seconds. Press play. Let me hear
the
the
roads
audio.
for cops. They said they'd had the car for over a week now.
That's 105
and after
miles
being
an hour?
reported as
No,
a
no,
stolen
not
car
yet.
to
This is
local
before the
police,
cops
it was
rolled
getting
us.
hotter and hotter to drive by the day. No less than 2 minutes into our drive, I began to hear police sirens. Perhaps naively, I assumed the Kia boys would just pull over and try to talk their way out of it, but no. Swervo dipped onto a service road and hit the gas, approaching 110 miles per hour.
You're sitting outside or you're inside?
I'm sitting in the back seat.
He turned off the lights already. Y'all know.
By some stroke of luck, the cops stopped pursuing us. I'm not sure why.
Now
By
I know
this
why.
point, my adrenaline
The
is
cops
pumping.
don't
Time
pursue
seems to move in hyperspeed.
high-speed
but
chases with stolen cars because they figure like it's such a public safety risk. You know what I mean? If it's a residential street, they don't want two cars going 105 miles an hour because that could like kill a pedestrian or something. So the cops, they abandoned us. Not abandoned us. They stopped following us. And then I told them to drop me back off at the McDonald's. And then so my plan was like I want to document these guys, but I don't want to be in this situation again. So I gave them my camcorder for the night. And I said, I know you guys are going to go steal cars. I don't want to come with you. I don't condone that. But just do me a favor and take this camcorder from Best Buy and just film yourself.
What a great concept.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And were they honest enough that they brought it back to you?
Yeah, you want to watch the footage?
Do you have it?
Yeah, it's in this video.
Where's it at the end or?
If you skip ahead 10, 15 seconds, right there.
Press play. Let's see how they. This is them?
then goes to put a cheap
After this,
USB
it
cord
starts.
into
Let's
the
just see
ignition.
this. Let's watch this.
I think it's got the update.
He says the car is a dud. The driver recently installed the anti-theft software update.
So this is all
They had to
filmed
find
by
something
his
else.
homie.
Just a few cars down, he locates a 2010 Kia Forte and starts all over.
Oh, cut himself.
After successfully activating the engine with a USB cord, Swervo's on the move.
That's me watching
and I'm
him.
following close behind, genuinely curious as to what his plan is. Swervo begins driving as fast as he possibly can, then comes to a stop and tells me it's time to turn up.
Alright, let's turn up.
Lower the audio, Rob. Yeah.
So yeah, that's their plan. Is they just start swerving. They're really like 16 years old. Like they swerve for like 20 minutes and then they just abandon the car.
You're joking. So
Swear
they
to
don't
God.
go sell the car. They just.
Well, apparently like they sell it to their like older brothers for I think $250. Then they go to the mall and get shoes and the weed socks. The
And
Huff
what do
socks.
the older brothers do?
Crime, real crime. Well, not this. Not I'm not saying this isn't a real crime, but like robbing people, gang war.
This is low level stuff.
Yeah,
you know?
like, they sell drugs and stuff. I don't know.
What was your experience? When you're on the flight coming back, what are you saying to yourself?
Well, I didn't even put this in the documentary, but I guess the cops had still been following us. So I go back to the Red Roof Inn in Bridgeport, and the cops knock on the door, and they're like, "Do you see anybody with a stolen car around here?" And I was like, "Dude, I don't know what you're talking about." Like, all right, thanks.
I don't know what.
Yeah, I was.
Wow.
I flew home.
So you
back-
didn't get arrested, even when you put this up. Cops never got a hold of you.
No, they might after this podcast though. So, but
They
I have
might after this
Thankfully, the Kia boys are no longer stealing Kias. But after that was a classic example of just me taking it too far in the field with the documentaries. Like if I was to look back or looking forward in my own life, I'm not going to get in the back of any stolen cars with 16-year-olds in Connecticut or any other state for that matter.
Maybe in Fort Lauderdale.
Maybe. Oh, Broward County's got some pretty good drill music. I don't know if you know about that.
Does it really?
Yeah, it's called 954 Fast Pitch. It's like Broward's kind of version of drill. They take rap songs and they speed them up 1.25 times, so it kind of sounds like Alvin and the Chipmunks. But that's like the Pompano Beach, like Lauderdale sound.
Oh shit.
You got to get one of those guys on the podcast.
You ever listen to Ben Shapiro?
I used to, yeah, for sure.
When I listen to him, he sounds like he talks in 1.5.
Ben Shapiro talks fast.
His speed is so fast. Like, when you watch a podcast on Spotify, you can listen on 3.5, and I can handle it. The only person I can't listen to 3.5 is him.
Yeah, he
I have
really
to put
spits.
a 1.5 because he's like, so I'm like, dude, I can't slow it down. Like, you got to go to 0.75 with him because he's so fast.
In a different world, he could be a rapper.
He tried to be a rapper. Did you hear his rap song?
I heard it.
I heard it. The guy he did it with is actually good.
What's the name
his
of the guy he did it with?
The guy he actually did it with is good. It's actually got good stuff. But what is the guy's name? He is really good. The guy right there, bottom second line.
Oh, Tom McDonald.
Tom McDonald. He's actually good.
Yeah,
He's
Tom
actually
McDonald's
good.
are my favorite Trump rappers are Forgiato Blow, Bez Believe, and Bryson Gray. Those are the top three Trump
Bez
MCs.
Believe.
Yeah, Bez Believe. I met him at Hempfest. He used to sell those weed lollipops that
Yeah.
are like medicated with CBD. he became a hardcore Trump rapper, but he's still like thugged out Florida style. Bez Believe, B-E-Z-Z Believe. He's a cool dude. And yeah, he's my favorite right-wing MC right now.
Right-wing MC. You like Lil Pump?
Yeah, but I wouldn't call Lil Pump a conservative MC. Lil Pump is just kind of a product of the bygone SoundCloud rap era.
Yeah.
If that scene was still continuing, I don't think he would have done the Trump appearance.
Got it.
Nowadays, more than ever, the brand you wear reflects and represents who you are. So for us, if you wear a Future Looks Bright hat or a Valuetainment gear, you're telling the world, I'm optimistic. I'm excited about what's going to be happening, but you're a free thinker. You question things. You like debate. And by the way, last year, 120,000 people got a piece of Future Looks Bright gear with Valuetainment. We have so many new things. The cufflinks are here. New Future Looks Bright. This is my favorite, the green one. Just yesterday, somebody placed an order for 100 of these. If you watch the PBD podcast, you got a bunch to choose from. White ones, black ones. If you smoke cigars and you come to our cigar lounge, we have this high quality lighter cutter and a holder for the cigars. We got sweaters with the Valuetainment logo on it. We got mugs. We got a bunch of different things. But if you believe the future looks bright, if you follow our content and what we represent with Valuetainment, with PBD Podcast, go to vtmerch.com. And by the way, if you order right now, there's going to be a special VT gift inside just for you. So again, go to vtmerch.com, place your order, tell the world that you believe the future looks bright. If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.